YouTube. Howdy ho, my homestead neighbors. Today we're gonna wing it a little bit, and I'm gonna try my hands first time at apple pepper jelly. Got my husband here who's gonna be helping me. He's kind of camera shy, but anyway, first things first. Got the jars already getting prepped over here, along with the lids. Fixing to take the apple juice, vinegar, 6 cups of sugar. Got the green, red, yellow, and jalapenos all ready to go, cut up and diced. Liquid pectin, and then powdered pectin. So let's get started. First things first. I'm gonna pour in my apple juice. Then we'll put in our peppers. Oh, that's going to be hot. I should have got my spatulas. All right. Okay, while I'm sitting here doing this, I can also talk about what I also do. I'm a Thrive Life consultant now. Thanks to Brad and Krista. Hi guys. As you can see, I was skeptical at first when I started reading about it, looking at it, and I was like, no way that can possibly taste as good as they say it can. Well, me and my husband tried it, and yeah, it does. It does taste as good. It tastes just like real vegetables. I was surprised. So now I'm a consultant. So I will have a link down below where you can learn more about it on my webpage if you're interested. I hope to be doing a tasting pretty soon, probably in a couple weeks. So we got our apple juice and our peppers heating up on the stove. So once that's heated up and we get it to boiling, I'll bring you back. And we're back. So we finally got this up to a rolling boil where we need to have it. And I also put the vinegar in while I was waiting for it to boil. So next up, we're going to put in the pectin. And do you remember the measurements, honey?
6 tablespoons.
You want to help me out with this? Woo, this puts off quite a few. Oh, if you got any sinus problems, make some apple pepper jelly. I guarantee you'll be able to breathe all right. Woo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright. So we're going to give this a minute to incorporate. I probably should use my whisk. You better put the whisk in the... So while we're waiting for this to go back up to a boil again, I want to put a little shout out in for the Self-Reliant Roadshow, which I'll also put a link for that down below as well. It's a good homestead helping program that they're doing. They're going from homestead to homestead, from California to Canada, or no?
No, season 1 is going to be more the Midwest, towards the Rockies, so Montana, Dakotas, Missouri, Iowa, Arkansas, and Oklahoma. Season 2 is going to be East Coast. Like you said, season 3, they're going to try to cut up through the Great Canadian Highway or something like that, and down Washington, Oregon, California.
So basically, what they're doing is, as they're traveling, they're going to be stopping out from homestead to homestead, helping people that need it with projects such as building, electrical, whatever they need, farming. If odd jobs need to be done, they just need a helping hand, spiritual guidance, whatever. And I'm a big supporter and backer of that. I think it's something that's good. It should be brought back. Neighbor helping neighbor instead of neighbor stabbing neighbor. Because everybody should be helped. But now with that, like I said, I'm a Thrive Life consultant now. And the Thrive Life comes in, these are pantry sauce cans. So these are great. This one right here is the green chili peppers and the dehydrated onions. Like I said, when I first started this, I was skeptical. I was like, there's no way this could really taste like real food. Well, boy, was I wrong. I reconstituted it with some water. That's all it took. Put it into a couple of mixtures that I made. This comes in chicken. They have beef. They have butter, believe it or not. Cheese. You name it. They can freeze dry it. And one can, unopened, can last 25 years. Now, once you open the can, it's good for a year after that. So, it's a little pricey, but if you average it out over a year's time, you're really saving money instead of spending a lot more money at the grocery store making trip after trip after trip. It also comes with a guide that says how much each scoop or each cup equals to, as far as when you're cutting ordinary cutting vegetables. And I've been using it quite a bit since we got it. So now we got another rolling boil. So now we're going to add our sugar. Want to help me? So I'm putting in 6 cups of sugar. Which seems like a lot, but it's really not. And once it gets up to a rolling boil, we're going to set the timer for, what was it, 1 minute? 1 minute. Oh my gracious. So I want to give a shout out to Big Family Homestead. Hi Brad, hi Krista. These guys are amazing. They're also Thrive Life consultants. They're the one that got me started into the program. Really good people. And they're also going to be part of the Self-Reliant Roadshow, along with Prep Sitter Bob and Mrs. B. Hi, Mrs. B. So, I can't wait for them to make a stop here. Like I said, I'm going to have my notebooks ready to take all kinds of notes. Alright, so while we're waiting for that to come to a boil, I'll bring you back. Hey, we're back. And we're almost to a roaring boil. I know, right? Okay, so we're going to set our timer for 1 minute. And let it boil for 1 minute. While we're waiting on that to boil, we'll start taking our jars out very carefully. not to burn myself or break the jars. So not only are we homesteaders, but we now are dealing with cattle. We got 2 new heifers, Milky and Moo, and it was a steer. Steer, right?
Bull.
Bull, yeah, because steer is gilded. So we got a bull named Brisket. And if he gets too bullheaded, he will become Brisket. But Milky and Moo, I think we're from a dairy farm.
Yeah.
And they are yearlings. So it's been 1 minute. We're gonna cut this off. I don't know if it's gel quite enough.
It's still forming right now.
Yeah. So like I said, this is the first time for me with the apple pepper jelly, so bear with us. Hopefully we're going to be a success. I don't know. Alright, so we got our jars ready to go. So now should I turn this off? Alright, oh, it is off. Turn that off. Put it up here. Alright. So I'm going to give it a second, kind of cool down just a tad bit, according to, because what I did is I found a couple of recipes for apple pepper jelly online, and I took the 2 recipes and combined them into one, because one had just regular jalapenos, which seemed a little boring, and the other one had all these pretty little green peppers in it, and I'm like, well, why not have the best of both worlds? I'll combine them, see what happens. So, we'll see what we come up with. That's how all good recipes are made, right? Experiment, experiment, experiment. If I sound a little odd, it's because I'm getting a little sick. Sorry. And I don't really move much because my back is jacked up. But hey, that's what happens when you get old. I tell you what, the aroma from this thing will clear anybody's sinuses if they got a cold. Woo! Jesus. So like I was saying, we got Milky, Moo, and Brisket, and we already had a horse, Queenie. Wow, I'm like Alzheimer's as hell today. And when we first brought the cows into the pasture with Queenie, she was fit to be tied. She was like, "You expect me to share my area with them? No, not happening." But over time, she's they've grown on her a little bit, so she hasn't been quite as bullheaded. Still has a problem, though, when it comes to feeding time, because she tries to bully the cows. So, yeah, I think we're going to have to put the liquid pectin in here. Just to make sure that it jellifies. Okay, so it said, when in doubt, take out the liquid pectin and put that in. So we're going to give her a shot. See what happens. Because you want it kind of jellified according to the recipes, because you got peppers in there, and you want to you want them, what's the term?
Floating.
Floating in them. Ooh. That's the one, the spicy meatball. Stirring my brew. Yeah, this is the first time ever for me. I've made, let's see, I've made grape jelly, red jelly,
Blueberry.
blueberry, strawberry. That's it so far. And I want to make mango, blackberry, mulberry. And what was the name of that jelly you got me hooked on?
Mayhaw.
Mayhaw. I want to get some of that Mayhaw jelly. Start making that. That's pretty good. We went to, where was it? We went to when we went and got cows at the auction. They had like a vendor's area out there. And there was a vendor out there with a whole crap ton of jellies and jams and pecans and all that. So they were only what, $3 a jar, I think. $4 a jar. So I saw him. I said, you know what? Why not? Maybe I can try them and get some ideas of making some different jellies of my own. Well, I got I got the Mayhaw. He had pineapple, banana, and something else spread, and then he had some. Salad dressings. I got some of those too. Oh yeah.
Rhubarb jam.
Yeah.
Blackberry, elderberry, apple, raspberry.
Yeah. Let me see one. So basically, yeah, they're like this, and oh my lord, I tried the banana and pineapple, and I was like, it's okay. And then my husband was like, well, have you ever tried Mayhaw jam? I was like, no. I tried the jelly. I tried the Mayhaw jelly, and oh my god, I couldn't put it down. I had to give him the jar back. I said, put this away before I eat the whole thing. It was delish. So apparently, with Mayhaw berries, they're only growing certain times of the year, so you kind of gotta catch them while you can. If not, they grow how many months out of the season?
1 or 2.
1 or 2 months out of the season for Mayhaw berries. Mayhaw, sorry.
You know people looking for Mayhaw.
Meehaw, Mayhaw, hee-haw.
The donkey. Meehaw, meehaw.
Tomato. Alright. Okay. So far, I don't know, babe. What do you think? It's still...
Now, did hers cool off any, or was it still hot when it was thick?
I don't know. Because I don't want the peppers to float to the top, or, you know what I mean? So, I think I should put like another thing of pectin in there, just to be on the safe side.
Grab a spoon real quick.
Yeah, we'll put another one in there, just to make sure. Huh? I'm dumb. No, kidding. Alright. Okay, so that's 2 packets so far. Could be we just have a lot of liquid in there anyway, too. Because that was a lot of liquid. It was 4 cups of apple juice, 2. No, it was 6 cups. 6 cups of apple juice. 6 cups of apple juice, 2 cups of vinegar.
Oh, 1 cup vinegar.
I did too. So we got, on the homestead we have cows, horse, chickens, pigs, ducks, and now we're looking at getting goats pretty soon. So I'm looking forward to that. And we planted, we got our garden started today. We've got, my husband worked out this little plan. He did a lot of research on what plants, if you put next to each other, actually benefit each other. So we have everything like strategically planted beside each other to help. One plant helps the other plant, helps the other plant. It's like a domino effect. So we're going to see how well that works out this year. But we started a lot of the plants in our greenhouse. And I was excited because I actually started my moringa seeds today. So I have 7 of them already started, and see how they get going. We've got tomato plants hanging in the greenhouse still. Yeah. So we have, what's our garden size right now by the house? We have 2 gardens. We have one by the house where we put all the non-binding plants, and then we have about 2 acres dug up, already tilled up, for all our binding plants. So we already have potatoes, they're growing. We got sweet potatoes, the slips. We've got about 50 slips or more, 50 or 60.
Another week we'll have about 90.
So, and they're growing like crazy. Of course, we are in Georgia. Let's see, we're going to do eggplant, squash. What else?
Winter peas, garden beans, watermelon, cantaloupe, melon, honeydew, pumpkin,
Wheat. Corn.
Sweet corn and field corn.
Yeah. All right, babe. It feels like it's starting to get thickened up a little bit.
Salt, pepper.
So you think we should just roll with it before the jars get too cold? All right. One. I don't know who invented that thing, but I like it. Oh wait, that's so pretty. These colors are gorgeous. Might want to put a little vinegar on that rag, hot vinegar. It helps to get all the gunk off the jars.
It's all still hot, so
Sure.
fine things going on there.
True. So hopefully we're going to have a major garden this year. I hope we're going to have a bumper crop. And I'm going to be planting my persimmon tree pretty soon. And then I'll be making some persimmon jelly. And then also planting my blackberry bushes. Hope they get started off good. And we've got our grapevines going. We have about, how many of those left? Got quite a few.
At least 3 I know of that survived this past frost.
True.
That's questionable.
Yeah, because we thought we lost them all. And even though we're in Georgia, it still gets cold here. Last year we had ice and snow everywhere. It was fun for you, it wasn't fun for me. I don't like the cold, he does. He'll tell you he was born in a snowstorm. And that he walked to school uphill both ways. No, that's me. Wait a minute. Alright, so looks like 6 cups of juice actually was enough for 12 jars. And then we still got our taster. Dun dun dun. Which I'm not going to be tasting it. I'm not a hot person. Well, I am not a spicy loving person. Spices and me don't do well. I can't do hot stuff. But my son, my daughter, and my husband, and his sons all love spicy stuff. So I'm pretty sure they'll be able to tell me. Step out of the way. But these things look gorgeous. Oh, and the peppers are actually getting suspended in them. Nice. Exactly what I wanted to see. Alright. But isn't that gorgeous? Nice. So, fingers crossed that it tastes as good as it looks. Alright, so you want to put them on finger tight, I've always been told. Finger tight, but not choke it out. And we're back. So we got about 48 seconds left on the timer for the jars getting all heated up. And then we'll have some apple pepper jelly. So, oh, by the way, if you guys like any of these videos and like what you see, please subscribe and like. It really helps us out. I actually have a business, Mima's Homestead Goods, where I actually sell jellies, jams, breads, crafts, different things. Me and my husband, we actually built a mobile food stand that can go from place to place or even right out in the front yard. It's really neat. The next video that I make, I'll actually give you guys a tour of the homestead. Let you see some of the fun things we got going on around here. Acreage, plants, things like that. Alright, so, dun dun dun. I let him do all the dangerous stuff. Slowly cooling down. So once we take them out, we'll let them cool down overnight on the counter on these towels here. And then hopefully by tomorrow, they'll be set up and ready to try. We got a little sample jar though out for them to try. Like I said, me and spicy stuff, my gut can't handle it. Alright. Looking good. Yeah, hot. All the kids right now are in the living room watching a movie. So if y'all hear any background noise, that's coming from the movie. So tomorrow I'll be making banana bread, and I'll probably video that for you guys as well. It's actually one of their favorites now in the Big Family Homestead Cookbook that we purchased. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Krista. But it's really good because what she does is she takes the sugar and she lines the pan with it. I tried that. Boy, it's really so good. Makes it all nice and crispy and crunchy. Well, we're already popping. So, the 6 cups juice, 2 cups of vinegar, 3 bell peppers, 4 jalapenos, all made 12 jars with 1 trial jar left over. So, hopefully, mission accomplished. We'll let you know. Alright, from Mima's Homestead Goods, I'm Mickey, my husband John, who's camera shy. Until next time, won't you be my homestead neighbor? Bye.